Y'all let me know when you come on here. Say hello. Somebody's here. Athena, hey girl. Hey there. So glad to see you. I'm waiting just a few more minutes. There's somebody else on here. My husband, he's out in the shed. He's out in the shed and he's watching from out there. He's out there working. 5 of you. Okay, 6. How are you guys doing? Do me a favor when you hop on. Please tell me where you're watching from. Say hello to me because it's like Jenny says, you're a people and I'm a people, and I love greeting the people. Hey, somebody. My husband, I don't know what he said. I don't have my glasses on. I'm sorry, Athena. I know you missed Friday. I'm thinking about maybe doing it on Friday and Sundays. There was some reasons I switched over. So I might be doing them both. Darling. Okay, he called me Darling a minute ago. Hi, Vicky. Thank you for watching too. Hi, honey. Darling. My husband just had a birthday, you guys. And he turned 78 years old. Let's see how he's really watching, because he didn't really turn 78 years old. Okay, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and get started, so we won't be on here all day. I have a whole bunch of product over here, or stuff over here that you don't see. It's a mess. That's what happens when I get in the kitchen. My dad used to tell me that to be such a good cook, I made the biggest mess of anybody he knew. Well, now, of course, I've learned I wash as I go along, but I had to get all this stuff prepared for Keto Kitchen, so it's definitely not great. I have to wash dishes when I'm done. All right, so here we go. If you guys want to go ahead, hi Crystal. If you guys want to go ahead and get a paper and a pencil or pen so you can write down the recipe, that would be great. This is actually my recipe that I made probably about 3 or 4 months ago. I made it up. And I had to go to Carb Manager where I typed in the recipe to find it. So it's not out there on the internet, but it tastes amazing. I did mess up. Instead of getting 2 pounds of ground beef, I got 3. So I'm going to alter the ingredients just a little bit. And 3 pounds of ground beef is going to make for a lot of chili. You might want to freeze some, maybe for a cold day. I know it's hot. My husband likes this 24/7, and so does my grandson. So. Okay, honey, I know. He just turned 65. I was just kidding. All right, so here we go. I hope you got your paper and pen so you can go ahead and write this down. Also, while we're getting ready to get started, if you want to be entered into the August drawing, and most of you that watch, hi George Mark, most of you guys that watch, you're already in the drawing. However, the more you share my videos out, I keep tabs, and the one who shares it out the most gets a different prize. You actually get an extra prize. So if you win both of them, you get 2 prizes. So the more you share my videos out, you can share them to your friends, you can share them to family. My husband shares them in Messenger and groups he shouldn't share them in. Most of you would like to, you can, like any kind of a cooking group or keto groups or whatever, you can share these recipes, okay? And I cannot give you macros if you're doing strict keto, I'm sorry. But if you decide to make this recipe, you can figure out your own macros, and I do apologize for that. I drink ketones, so I don't count all my macros when I eat. I just try to make sure I stay, you know, pretty moderate and eat when I'm hungry and not when I'm not. All right, so here we go. I hope you got your stuff ready. You'll see this is a big crock pot because I'm going to cook this overnight. It's kind of late for us. On Sundays, we usually eat maybe once a day, and that's usually around 2 or 3. So anyway, this is going to be eaten tomorrow. I've already browned 3 pounds of ground beef because that's how much came in our roll. I got a roll from Walmart. I got the 73% fat. On the recipe that I have, I've said 80%, so get whatever kind you want. If If you're on keto, you want the fat. So I got 73. I do drain my hamburger grease. I'll add some more fat in it, but I don't personally like ground beef grease. So I drain my grease. That's what I do. Hi Peggy, glad you're watching. Oh, you're so sweet. All right, so anyway, I got 3 pounds of ground beef in here. The original recipe called for 2 pounds, so I'm going to give you the measurements that I'm doing with 3 pounds, and I'll also tell you what the measurements were for 2 pounds, just in case you don't have a huge family. I don't, but I have guys that live here and they love to eat, so I don't know what else to say. You guys, I see a lot of you. Y'all say hello, so I know you're here. Say hello, tell me where you're watching from. That would be great. One of these days, I'd like to have you from every country. I have UK watching, I have Canada, and of course, the United States. I have them from all kinds of states. Where'd you get that back? You know what, Peggy? I had this crock pot for years. My husband bought it for me, I don't know, 6, 7 years ago. It's been the best crock pot ever, but I always had a big family. So, I mean, I don't now, of course. Family, they're gone. They're married and stuff like that. But, so he got it for me, and I'm thankful because I still use it, and it still works great. So anyway, here we go. If you're going to use 2 pounds of ground beef, what you're going to do is you're going to saute and brown the ground beef, and then I personally drain my ground beef. Okay? I'm using 3 pounds today because that's what I had. And then to that, I'm just going to add the ingredients to this, and I'm going to stick it all in the crock pot. So to this, I'm going to add a large onion. On keto, you do know onions do have more sugars. However, this is my onion. However, like I said, I drink ketones, so it kind of keeps me pretty solid on here. So I have a large onion, and that's with 2 or 3 pounds. You know, you can do this as you want. 4 tablespoons of butter goes with the 2 pounds of ground beef, but since I'm doing 3, I'm going to add 6 tablespoons of butter. Let's see how many this is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let me cut this up. Stick it in there. You guys, this makes the most amazing chili. I mean, it's better than most chili that I've actually had, and I love it. Charles loved it. Boys loved it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you're going to use 3 pounds of ground beef, I'm using 6 tablespoons of butter. I know it's a lot of fat, but like I said, I take all of the fat off of my meat. So that's what that is. And 4 tablespoons if you're going to use 2 pounds of ground beef. Garlic cloves. I don't have no fresh cloves, but I'm going to use garlic, minced garlic. So normally what I would do is, when I had 2 pounds, I used 3 teaspoons of this. I'm going to put in like 5. I'm going to put in like 5 teaspoons of garlic. You can't have too much garlic when it comes to chili. It's one of those things I'm like, oh, whatever, just put it in there. I like it. My daughter, Crystal, she's like that too. She loves garlic too. All right, so 2 pounds, you can put 4 cloves of garlic or a substitute for that. If you have 3 pounds, I just put in 5 tablespoons of minced garlic because that's what I have. Also, the next ingredient I don't have, so I am improvising. I don't have the Worcestershire sauce. I normally add 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. It's great flavoring in chili. For 2 pounds, 2 tablespoons if you have it. It's really good flavoring. So I went online to get some substitutes. So here's what I'm going to do. If you don't have Worcestershire sauce and you want to substitute, listen to what I'm getting ready to do. I'm getting ready to put in 2 tablespoons, 4 tablespoons of soy sauce. I'm not using soy sauce. I don't know if you know what this is, but I use Bragg's liquid aminos. It's really healthy for you. It tastes exactly like soy sauce. You cannot tell a difference. So you can use soy sauce if you want, but personally I'm going to use about 6 teaspoons. No, 4 teaspoons of this because I'm using 3. I have 3. Whatever. 3 pounds of meat. So I'm gonna put in 1, 2, 3, 4 tablespoons of Bragg's liquid aminos or soy sauce for 3 pounds. You might want to cut that down a little bit if you are having just 2 pounds of meat. To that, I'm going to add half a teaspoon of lemon juice, which sounds really wacky. I was like, what? But the half a teaspoon goes for 3 tablespoons of meat, ground beef. So I'm just going to fill this up half. Whoops. Oh well, too much. It was all holding. I'll let you know how it works. And then 1/4 teaspoon of sweetener. And that is all I'm going to put in here. And this is supposed to be like a replacement for Worcestershire sauce. So just in case you didn't get that, for a replacement if you don't have Worcestershire sauce, you might want to write this down. You can put in 4 teaspoons of soy sauce or Bragg's liquid aminos, half a teaspoon of lemon juice, and 1/4 teaspoon of sweetener. This here is 1/4. Okay. I use monk fruit for my sweetener. I like a lot of them. But that's what I'm putting in here. Then I'm going to put in the fast stuff. We're going to put in 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. And you guys, I did not put any tomatoes in here. However, if you like tomatoes, you could definitely put in some tomatoes. Just remember when you do it, tomatoes do have a high carb content, a lot of sugar in it. They're healthy for you, don't get me wrong. But tomato paste does the job. Or, like I said, you can go ahead and go get you some tomatoes and add tomatoes to it too. Crushed tomatoes are really good in here. I've done it that way. I didn't get a full one. Okay. All right. Now for the rest of it, and you guys, this is it. As you can see, this is multicolor. I went ahead and measured out all of the spices. So here's the spices I'm putting into 3 pounds of ground beef. I'm putting in 2 tablespoons of cumin, 2 tablespoons of chili, 2 teaspoons of onion powder, because we already have a lot of onion powder, or onions in here. I put in 1.5 tablespoons of garlic powder, because we have garlic in there. And I put in 2 teaspoons of cayenne pepper, because I like mine spicy. Of course, definitely adjust the pepper when you get started. And the final thing where did I put it? Here it is beef broth. Now, if you're just using 2 pounds of meat, I use like a cup to cup and a half of beef broth. I'm going to actually probably put about 1.5 cups to 2 cups of beef broth in here. Believe it or not, you guys, this is really good. Now, make sure your beef broth doesn't have any sweeteners in it. Sometimes it puts dextrose in there. It tries to trick you up. However, I didn't look at it. So this probably has a little bit in it. But like I said, I'm fine with it. But if you're strict on keto, you definitely want to check all your labels before you buy anything, because you don't want to mess that up. Then all you have to do is just stir it up really good. If you're doing it in the crock pot, cover it up and cook it on low for about 4 or 5 hours. If you're cooking it on the stove, cook it over low for 2 to 3 hours. Make sure you stir it. Make sure you stir it, because it doesn't have a lot of liquid. Make sure it stays covered. When you keep it covered, the steam that in there doesn't cause all the liquid to go out as bad, but just make sure you keep a watch on it. And if you want to put salt in it, I put in pink Himalayan salt. I usually do that to taste. I like a lot of salt, my husband does too, but the boys don't. So I'm going to hold off on the pink Himalayan salt. Like I said, you can just put enough in there to taste for you guys. But that's it. It's not hard. Doesn't take long to throw it together, but I can guarantee you this is good. But I have a tip for you. No, I don't know about y'all, but when I eat chili, I used to love to like dip it with Doritos or those tortilla chips. You can make some homemade keto tortilla chips if you want to. But I found out this is just as good you can tell it's been eaten. This is pork rinds, you guys. Pork rinds. Pork rinds make an amazing dip for chili. It really does. I like it better than the tortilla chips. So try it out. Get you some pork rinds if you're strict keto, or just if you want to try it out. And instead of using tortilla chips, use pork rinds and dip it in that chili and eat it up, and you're going to love it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to top this off with, what's that, cheese, a hot cheese? With cheese, the cheese of your choice. I usually use a cheddar, but I got cheddar with Monterey Jack. So I'm going to be putting that on our chili, along with sour cream, dipping it up with the pork rinds. It's going to be amazing. And I know that it's hot outside. I do. Turn up your air conditioner and eat you some chili. It's really, really good. All right, so who did I not see on here? Dominic, you're on here. Peggy, of course. Looks like it's going to be, oh, Lord, girl. It is really good. I can't reach my phone, so I can't, you know, do that to see who all is on here. I need to get some kind of extension. Thinking about buying another stand so that I can have it closer, so I can do that. But all of you guys are amazing. I appreciate you so, so much. Thank you so much. Oh, I have another win for you. 44, not 42. 44 pounds down, and I am so excited. Oh my Lord, 44 pounds. And you guys, I'm just going to let you know, 44 pounds, and I'm not strict on my diet. I feel great. I have more energy. I just feel better. And some of this weight that's coming off of me is amazing. I don't know what to say, except I feel so good, and I'm so grateful. I'm able to wear clothes that I couldn't wear before. Clothes that's been in my closet for years. That most people say, you need to get rid of. In fact, I've talked about getting rid of my clothes and didn't. So, thank you, Lord, for keto. Thank you, God, for ketones. You know, if you haven't tried ketones, you know, I do have trial packs I can send you if you are interested. I'm telling you, it's a game changer if you are really trying, if you need energy. If you need energy, if you need better focus, better mood, better digestion. Let's just say you're having some issues in the digestive tract. He'll help you with your digestive tract. It gives you mental clarity, which is amazing. And muscle preservation is great. But you guys, fat loss is amazing when you are taking these drinks. And I don't have it. I just got through making it, and that's what this is. That's all you gotta do is just drink it. So anyway, God bless your day. Have a wonderful one. I'm gonna go plug this thing in. Get it started for my family. They're gonna love it. Bye, you guys. I gotta go around to cut you off.